2 out of the last 3 games and more minutes this season. How much more comfortable are you feeling compared to last year?
Very comfortable. I'm very confident. Like I said before, when Derek came off the injury from North Carolina, my confidence just boosted from there. And I just been carrying on these other few games.
This is for both guys. You guys were on the bench, but Colorado State jumped out by 11 just like Houston did. Obviously, there's a lot different outcome. You guys really came in and helped spark. You guys and Darius. What was the key to that, and what were you guys thinking when you got in the game with you guys down 11?
Well, Coach was just telling us the whole time to come in with energy, get a couple stops, or multiple stops actually, and we did that. So we just came off the bench with energy.
You had a block shot and a dunk. Was there any thought like, hey man, here we go again, we're down 11, what's going on? Was there any sense of panic or uneasiness or anything?
I mean, being in situations like that, you gotta train yourself not to panic, because if you panic, I mean, the lead is gonna, extend to be more. So we just had to calm down and come together and be able to, loosen that lead up some.
A lot of your threes, you're standing 4 or 5 feet behind the line, makes it harder, it seems like, for them to close out. Is that something you're doing intentionally?
Yeah, I like to shoot really like 4 feet behind the 3-point line because it's more easier for me actually. If I'm close on the line, I feel like I miss it. But if I'm back far enough, I feel like I make it more than I'm close.
Dan, when you guys were in Portland, good things happened when the offense ran through you and Trey. Looked like you guys maybe did a really good job early with the high-low passing. Is that something y'all worked on in practice this week, getting the ball moving a little bit more and getting it to run through the bigs?
I'm going to pick on Coach Watkins, but we literally work on that every day.
Was it effective, though?
Yes, it was, because, I mean, they fronted us most of the game, and they didn't have backside help. So, dealing with that, we figured it out, and, we made progress with it.
Question for CJ. You've averaged over 15 points a game in the last 4 games, 4 in a row in double figures. As a catch-and-shoot guy, with all the other guards creating a lot off the dribble, are you a weapon now? Are you the kind of guy that they can pitch it out and you can get a quick bucket?
Oh, yes, sir, of course. They know that as well. Give the props to my teammates for finding me when I'm open. They're the ones that been giving me the ball when I'm open. When I need it, they know when I want it.
For both you guys, you talked about coming in and bringing energy, but you guys went on like a 19-0 run, and I think you outscored them 45-16 the last 15 minutes or so. What do you think was the key to that, and were you guys surprised you were able to be so dominant after kind of a rough start?
You can repeat that question? I'm
Sorry. You guys talked about bringing energy, but you guys went on like a 19-0 run, and then you outscored them by about 30 points the last 15 minutes of the half. Were you surprised that you guys were that dominant? What was the key to just really, being that dominant?
Like I said, it was our energy. We came off the bench with a whole bunch of energy, and we know we had to do that to come off the bench. Coach A loves when his bench players come out with energy, so we knew that's what we had to bring, and we brought that spark.
Were you a little surprised, you guys? I mean, you guys just weren't good. You were like outscored them by 30 in 15 minutes,
I mean, well, that's backing up what CJ said. It wasn't nothing but our energy. Like, when we come off the bench, Coach looks at us and says, hey, you got to come in with the energy, you got to come in and defend. If you can't do that, then you're coming out the game.
And Daniel, what have you thought about CJ's scoring of late? 19 in 2 games and averaging about 15 or 16.
CJ can shoot the ball. That's all I can say.
We are both amazed to find out he didn't have a single turnover in the first half.
We actually didn't find out until after the game. I didn't even notice, but we ended up with 5, but that was actually good for us. We moved the ball pretty well, shared it, so, yeah.
Anything else, please, guys? All right, thanks.